Shalom, welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and salutations to you, Akim, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Back with another lesson. And it's going to be a quick lesson, just basically a quick health tip for brothers that have been struggling with weight loss or trying to get healthier or feel better. A little bit of information, simple information I learned is basically to stop overdoing it, to stop overdoing it. And a lot of times when we don't really objectively look at how much food and calories we intake in a day, we don't realize, how much damage or hurt that you're really doing to yourself. All right. And you can't change what you can't quantify, and you can't change what you really don't track. So smartwatches, have came down in prices. I have a smartwatch, but also a part of that smartwatch is an app associated with it, and it tracks, and you can track calories, you can track exercises or whatever, or you can just get an app tracking calories. However you want to do it, you can do it the cheapest way possible if you want, but just really take the time out, do it for a week, eat however you usually eat. But a lot of these apps now, you could take a picture of the food, you can type in what the food is, and it can give you a calorie count plus your macros. All right, it can give you a calorie count plus your macros, and it can show you how much food and calories you're ingesting in a day, man. And you will be surprised. You will be surprised when people ask, "Oh, how do you eat?" "Oh, I eat pretty good. I eat this, I eat that." But until you have it really tracked, really quantified, you really have no idea. All right. The app I got is the Zepp app, Zepp. Comes with the a smartwatch, a Amazfit smartwatch. I got it off Amazon. But like I said, you don't have to get what I get. I'm just giving you an example of what I got. And you can take pictures or log in the food that you eat a day. It'll show you whatever your intake goal is, or what your weight, your maintenance weight is. And when you're trying to lose weight, you want to be in a calorie deficit, and you want to be below that, right? You get below that by eating less, or what I recommend is body movement exercise. All right. So that's just something I want to throw out there, because you will feel better. You won't always feel stuffed. Intermittent fasting is another way to get in a calorie deficit. There's many ways, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna grab the scripture, because everything goes back to the scriptures. This is Ecclesiastes 37:30. It says, "For excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler." Right? So when you go into when we just went to that scripture, man, you don't want to have that excess of meats, excess of carbs, excess of foods. That's constantly putting your body, excess of snacking, always having to eat something. It's basically making you insulin resistance when you have that type of diet, which a lot of Americans, that's a standard American type diet, so you can understand, And when you eat like that, you can do a lot of harm to yourself. All right, be lethargic, you won't feel right. Your sex drive won't be there. All those type of things, man. Meaning you're overdoing it, man. Okay, your digestive system isn't right. When you go into that word choler. So overindulging is not where it's at, man. Especially in these days, you want to stay out of the hospital. You want to stay out of Esau system. You want to really be in the best health you can be through the Spirit of the Lord. So that's something I want to bring out, just to throw that out there. And they got apps you can download it, and whatever you got, Google, Apple, it doesn't matter. They just track calories, man. All right, eat how you eat. Track how you eat for a week, and see how many calories it is, because there's plenty of calculators where you put in your height and weight. They can give you a ballpark of how many calories you really should be eating a day. You see? And when you don't really track these things and you eat out a bunch of fast food, or you eat a whole bunch of carbohydrates all day, you're going to easily go over whatever is your ballpark or recommended amount of calories. You see that? And when you do that, that brings on a lot of diseases, a lot of sickness, as the scriptures say. So let's read this one more time. Ecclesiastes 37:30. For excessive meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler. Right? By surfeiting have many perished, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life, man. So less is more, basically, is what I'm getting at. Is what the scriptures is getting at. Less is more. All right? So that was just a quick health tip. Just throwing that out there. I can just try to move more, walk more. Whether it's calisthenics, do something more, and take in less, man. Because you don't need all those calories, you don't need all that food, and you really want to be eating nutrient dense foods, man. All right, healthy fats, fruits, vegetables, nuts. In some case, the best type of protein you can get, if you can get some clean protein, and that's simply the best way to do it. All right, without trying to upend everything, or even like I mentioned earlier, the intermittent fasting, where you don't eat to a certain time, or you just drink coffee, water, or tea until you have that one meal. That's also another way to do it. All right, it gives your digestive system a break. All right, but that's the point. When you give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Shalom the next time.